I knew this day was going to come, okay? I knew this was going to come. Eventually, this was going to happen. Micah to Green Bay now? Oh, God, come on now. Really? Really? Do y'all see that? Do y'all see that? Cowboys trade Parsons to Packers. I knew that this was going to happen. I did. I did. You have to realize when a player starts acting up or they just start being nonchalant about things and how they're performing with the team. I mean, that's kind of an indicating sign that they're ready to go. That they're ready to go. And look what he said, y'all. We're gonna read this real quick. Look what he says. He says, I never wanted this chapter to end, but not everything was in my control. My heart has always been here and it still is. Through it all, I never made any demands. I never asked for anything more than fairness. I only asked that the person I trust to negotiate my contract be part of the process. This is a sad day, but not a bitter one. And he did that. He made that tweet on Twitter, So Micah is definitely the talk of the town right now. He is. You have your representative, pretty much just your lawyer of the sports world. They're supposed to do really right by you at the end of the day. And, everybody knows Jerry is all about money. That's all that he is. Look at him talk at the press conference. Look at him in his old age. He's just all about money. You don't care about the players or anything like that. And it's just not a common phrase that everybody is saying. But you got to look at the actions. I'm sorry, you got to look at the owner's actions and how they are towards their players on and off the field. You know, did he really want to give up Micah? Uh, that answer could go either way. Probably no, and then probably again, yeah. And then Micah was just at a point where he didn't want to speak on it no more. He didn't want to really do what he needed to do to be that team player. He's the main name when it comes to the defensive side of the Cowboys. I'm not saying not to put any other player down or anything like that, but that was your main guy. And then on top of that, you guys trade him to a team that blew y'all out in the first round. They blew you guys out in the first round. They did. I mean, how stupid. how stupid could this be? Look at this, y'all. Look, I don't know if y'all can see on the screen. Jerry Jones says this give us a better chance to be a better team than I guess we have been. And then Michael Irvin put in his 2 cents. He said this is a dark and sad days, Cowboy Nation. Yeah. You know what? I'm not even gonna laugh. I'm not gonna laugh. For every Cowboy fan out there, I'm not gonna laugh. You know why? Because my team still need to work on some stuff. I ain't gonna laugh. Go Niners all the way. But I'm not gonna laugh. But there's some deals that Jerry makes that's great, and then there's other deals he makes where it's like, why the hell did you do that? And this is one of those why the hell did you do that? You know, like when these contracts are made, and this was Micah's. This was going into his 4th year of his rookie deal. When these contracts are made and the amount of money is set on the table, like all of that has to be taken into really consideration. That has to be taken into consideration. So with him going to Green Bay, now Dallas gets their defensive tackle, and then they get 2 first rounders. Micah, he's been one of the best defensive players, on the Cowboys side in the past really 20 years. You got to give credit where credit is due. You definitely want to do that. You don't want to just bypass it or anything like that. You want to give credit where credit is due. The agreement was to a 4-year contract, $88 million with Parsons, and 136 of that was the guarantees. So he's gonna get that part, up front. And then with this trade also coming, This makes him the highest non-paid quarterback in the league because we already know quarterbacks are usually the main guys that get paid the most. Everybody else, every other position comes after that. So I'm sorry, Cowboys fans. I really feel for you guys. I do. But I mean, the player that you guys are receiving in this blockbuster trade, now that Micah's going over there, hey, hopefully he can step up. Hopefully he can, try to fill in that gap that Micah was. And when Micah going to the Packers, hopefully they keep him more on that outside linebacker position, because the inside linebacker position, I mean, he's not as dominant as it is like with the Force versus when he's doing the outside linebacker position, when he's right across from the nose tackle. So hopefully they keep that position going with him. And he's going to be wearing number 1. He's going to be wearing number 1. This is crazy. But when they do meet, like y'all can see on the screen, because this is all the NFL network, them guys speaking. When they do meet, it's going to be on September 28th. And the Packers will be traveling to Dallas to come play them out there. So you already know, majority of the time when the player gets traded to another team, even if it's not really just within the same division, are they going to want to get somewhat revenge or just have fun playing a little bit harder? Of course. Of course they are. Of course. Dallas got Kenny Clark. Packers got Micah Parsons now. And they got 2 first-round picks for the upcoming season. So everybody is like, oh, I know. I'm sorry. Hey, this had to come. This had to come. Obviously, the last preseason game or whatever it was, there was a clip of Micah. You see him laying like on the little bed that they have like on the sideline for the players. You see him laying on that, eating Skittles or something. Like, does that not say, hey, I'm ready to go? Like, I'm finna pack my stuff up and go. Like a relationship. If it don't work out with 2 people, hey, I'm finna pack my stuff up and go. The 2 weeks is almost up, cool. I'm finna be just kind of really not in the way. I'm not going to be really in the way no more. Let me get all my gatherings. Let me collect all of my stuff. And I'm going to get out decently and in a fashionably ordered kind of way. And that's what Micah did. This is exactly what he did. Getting the news that he's going there. Obviously, it probably would have been worse if the Eagles actually picked him up. Why? Because he's from Philadelphia. That actually would have been worse. But you made it even worse by sending him to a team that is going to knock you guys out in the first round. If it ain't the Packers, it's my team, the Niners, because I can say that. If it's not the Packers, it's us. If it's not us, maybe the Buccaneers. That one time they played the Buccaneers. Maybe the Lions. All the teams outside of the Eagles. It would be one of us 4 that always tends to knock you guys out. And it doesn't go any further. It doesn't go any further. Cowboy fans, I'm sorry, but he's gone, okay? The same way that we mourned and we were sad for Luka, this is what is going on now for Micah. This is a joke. But this is what y'all wanted. I mean, hey, like I said, if he would have went to Philly, the blood, the revenge, all of that would have been in there. Especially more at game time and playing you guys even more. Oh, yes. Way more adrenaline rushing in his bones, for sure. And you can't like disregard the other players that are on that team as well. There's still some good players on the defensive side. And there's still some good players in that organization too. It is, but like I told y'all before, anytime there is just a big headline coming out of Dallas, it's like, tune in, go get your popcorn, get your drinks, because it's like, this is supposed to be America's team. Like, what's going on in Dallas now? Like that usually happens, and I knew this was going to happen. I didn't think per se necessarily that he was going to be traded to the Packers. I really didn't care what team it was. I knew for sure we probably weren't going to be able to pick him up because of the salary cap space and all that. But I really didn't know who they were going to trade him to. But I knew his time in Dallas it's ticking. It was ticking, just like the little like clock, whatever, that little seesaw thing, like you turn it and then it goes to the other side. That's exactly what it was for Micah. And a player can feel when their time is somewhat closing to an end with that team, But I mean, like I said, you got to look at all the aspects, the deals that's being made, and what's the amount that I'm going to get, what's guaranteed, how many years am I supposed to be with this team. Like, all of that has to take into consideration. All of that has to be looked at. It really, really does. It got to be looked at, I mean, like I said, I don't know if he would have went like to the AFC side, if it would have made just like a big deal. I guess they're just looking at it. Don't matter really which side he would have been to. Micah is a great player overall. He is. And obviously it just, when the player and the CEO, when they're kind of clashing and they don't see eye to eye with stuff, this is what happens. This is exactly what happens. He's going to be the talk this moment. He is. I mean, not to say Kenny Pickett, that he's probably not going to do nothing with the Cowboys or whatever. I'm sure that he is. We gotta wait till the season starts to see how he is on the defensive line. If he can fill in that hole that Michael is doing and probably be even better, the defense should be okay. And then, everybody will have to get comfortable seeing Micah in the green and yellow. Yeah. So once the season starts, point blank, we will see everything. We'll see everything, all of it, how it is, how it's going to be played out. So we're going to see all of it. Like I said, did Jerry really want to speak, like keep him or whatever? That could be a 50-50 answer. He probably did want to keep him, but he probably was like, maybe not. Just go ahead and get it. Y'all know the deal when it comes to sports. Your favorite team or your favorite player. Y'all know how it is. And this is constantly going to happen. It is. It's constantly going to happen. I mean, like I said, sorry, Cowboys fans. Sorry. At the end of the day, sorry. You guys are really already predicted not to really win a lot of games. And then y'all get rid of Micah. This just makes it more laughable, and it makes it just poo-poo. It's crazy. This is like, I don't know. This is what needed to be done. This was probably the best option, and that's why Jerry did it this way. That's why he did it this way. Jerry needs to sit down. You get into, let your son Steven get up there and do what he can do. Your time has come to an end. And nobody's gonna really believe that or see that, God forbid, until land. Yeah. You need to get out of there. Go get out of there and sit down, please. Because you doing the most, Jerry. You really be doing the most. And you already know that you be doing the most. You know you be doing the most. That game is a Sunday night game, y'all. When the Packers come to Arlington. That is a Sunday night. All eyes are going to be tuned in. And of course, you got to look at the Packers side of it. Jordan Love. Who's to say he ain't going to act the same way when they go back there again? This is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Sorry, Cowgirl fans. Not sorry. I mean, y'all really should have kept him. But I mean, like I said, Kenny Clark, if he can pick up what Micah left, if he can do that, the talk of Micah will be out of y'all heads completely. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. It will. It will, y'all. Hey, we don't know what's going to happen. We'll see what happens with all of this. We'll see what happens with all of this. Right now, Micah is a Packer, and Kenny Clark is a Cowboy, okay? Y'all got to start getting used to those words and putting it in the conversation, because it's like, dang, where's number 11? Oh, sorry, he gone. He's with another team. You know what I'm saying? If, like I said, if he would have went to the AFC side, it would probably still be talked about, but maybe not as hard. If he would have went to the AFC side, teams, I think he would probably fit in the organization, especially the defensive side, because he is a defensive player. Steelers off the bat, Mike Tomlin, Russell Wilson still over there, the quarterback. You got Aaron Rodgers over there now. I mean, there's some players over there. Maybe Chargers. I don't know, I'm just throwing some teams out there. Maybe Houston. You want Super Bowl and playoff contending teams. I'm not really gonna say the Chiefs, but maybe Bengals. You know, Bengals, they've been a little quiet. Maybe they can make some noise this season. Who knows? Whatever team that he was going to be traded to, this conversation was not going to stop. And it's not going to stop. So, you know, we'll see if he can perform while he in Green Bay. We'll see if he can perform while he in Green Bay, y'all. But, hey, if y'all enjoyed this video, please give it a fat thumbs up. Comment down below what y'all think about Micah Parsons. Was this a good thing that Jerry did, or did he mismanage it and do it very poorly? What y'all think about it? Share this video and this channel too with anyone and everyone that you know, whether they like sports or they just want to hear somebody give their opinion about something. And while you're at it, hit the subscribe button and turn your notification bell on.